following is a video presentation of an evening worship service at Orrville Baptist Church.
come back together as the body of Christ, to sing songs together, to go through the scriptures together, to pray together, to worship together. Is a huge honor. It is a huge privilege for us as Christians to be able to freely gather together to do that. I just encourage you, as I say every time, I hope you'll consider coming and joining us on Wednesdays. If you're not already, we have a good time, and it's very, very informal. We're walking through Jude together, which has been tough. I think we've been just going through heavy subjects and Acts and then Jude together and digging through the scriptures together. It's been very, very humbling, very difficult, very challenging, but very rewarding. So we're growing together, and I pray that you'll join us for that.
Remind you about what I said this morning. We are going to have another Youth and Children's Sunday on July the 23rd. This will be taking place mainly during the AM service. We'll start off with Sunday school with our kids and youth meeting together for a change in one room. We'll be meeting in the youth room. It'll be a very informal time with Sunday school and Bible study. Then during the morning worship service, you'll see them doing some different jobs, ushering, announcements, whatever we come up with. But you'll see them taking an active part in the worship service. And then afterwards will be a luncheon for the kids and the youth and their families, which will be out in the Hayes building. And if they are planning on coming to that, there's a sign-up sheet in the back as you come in on the right-hand side of the vestibule that you'll need to sign up for that as well. And this will be a good Sunday to kick off Vacation Bible School, which will begin on July the 24th and last through July the 27th from 6 to 8:30. So if you have not, there are a bunch of Vacation Bible School flyers back there. I would encourage you please to take some and distribute them because we want to have a good showing for Vacation Bible School. We want to work with as many kids as we can to try and share the gospel, the good news with them. So take those flyers. If you're going to come to the luncheon on Youth and Children's Day, the sign-up sheet is there. And then also there's a sign-up sheet for the Vacation Bible School finale to be a church-wide supper, which will be on July the 30th, so a week from Youth and Children's Day. So I'll provide you with a little bit more details about the finale just a little bit later on. But if you would like to go ahead and sign up for that, it'll be good food, good time of fellowship, and so the sheet is back there for you.
Promises of
commented that it seems as if lately we've been going through more humbling, more challenging, more real. This in a strange way, I don't know how exactly, more heavy is the word I'm looking for. Very heavy subjects. Very heavy and weighing upon us because of the reality of it. I said, I think we're going to go through that again tonight with a subject that I think is something that resonates with us, and the subject that is found in the Psalms. I have found that there are many times I run to the Psalms, and it's not a subject kind of prayer hotline, but there's so much reality to be found in the Psalms. It's just this, it speaks to the human condition throughout the Psalms. You see sorrow, you see joy, you see happiness, you see delight, you see death. There's so much reality to the human condition to be found in the Psalms, and tonight I believe we will find another one of those conditions. First, I'd like to say that I think prayer is very important to us. A minute ago we made prayer requests for Vacation Bible School. It should be a mark of who we are as Christians, something that we uphold very dearly. Prayer is very special to us. And I don't know, I hope that you have, but have you ever taken the time and just stopped and reflected on what is it that I pray about? When I go to God in prayer, what is it that I'm saying? You ever wondered, thought about that? Just take note of it as you pray. And as you kind of go throughout your prayer life, throughout the week, ask yourself, what is it that I'm saying to God? What is it that I'm praying about? And you can start to get an idea of what your prayer life is like. I think it's a good exercise to do that. I think one of the dangerous things that we inevitably teach others, especially our little and young ones, I think far too often we teach them that prayer is just going to God with requests, and that's it. It's just asking, do this, can you do that, can you do this? And inevitably we end up making God some type of magic 8-ball or a magic genie. We can rub the lamp and just request and request. And yes, we go to God and request, but that's not the only reason that we pray. It should also be a time of worship, a time of reflection, a time of thanksgiving in which we go to God and say thank you for who you are, for your goodness, for your majesty. Praise Him for who He is. It's a perfect, intimate moment of going to God with a thankful heart. It's very special. And yet, at the same time, it is a time when we go to God and make requests and make appeals and ask for help. And so I think there's a danger for us where we don't do both, we kind of do one or the other. I think that's a problem. We don't want to make God our magic genie where all we do is ask for stuff, and at the same time, we don't want to forget that it is only from God that we can get certain things, so we go to Him with requests. We need to be people who do both. And so, raise your hand, and if you don't want to admit it, that's fine, but raise your hand if you ever prayed to God for something and had to wait. I won't ask you to raise your hand, but I bet if I said, how many of you raise your hand and you're still waiting? I bet there'd still be hands up. It often seems like we're constantly people in wait. I'll tell you the personal story, and I'm sure we could go to this room and we'd be here all night. That's probably a good thing. I prayed for this for years. I shared this with the search committee and the pulpit committee early on. But I prayed for Orrville for years, literally every day for years, every day. And it became so routine. Today I asked for you to send me to a church, to lead and to pastor. You put this on my heart, so use me, God. That came daily, asking the same thing. And then it didn't happen. It didn't happen. And so I'm waiting. And then I'm waiting some more. And then I'm waiting. And literally it went on for years of waiting. After time it got to, God, why? Why would you put my heart this way? Why would you put this on my heart if you're not going to deliver it? God, why would you put this conviction on my soul and yet not come through with it? why would you do this? And so my prayer went to this anticipation to almost this dread. Very sadly to say. It almost turned into a, what are you doing with my fist? And then the call came, and that all came crumbling down. It made me do something. I didn't think back to when I first started praying. I didn't think back to when I first said, God, okay, you put this on my heart, I'm ready. Give me over to a church or whatever. I didn't think about that. You know what I thought of immediately? I thought of that long period of time in which I got almost angry with God. And it caused me to do something. It caused me to fall down. Just absolutely broken. And said, I see what you've done. I see the path that you've done. I see that your timing is better than mine. I'm yours. And so he crushed me in a very, very beautiful way. And then here we are, and I'm still at a time where I don't really know what to say about it other than why have you done this? It used to be, why would you put this on my heart? Now it's, why would you see me to be here? It doesn't make sense. At the end of the day, I'm still looking at God and realizing you are so much more faithful than I am. We could all echo those same sentiments to God. You are so much more faithful than we ever deserve. Why on earth are you using us? Why on earth would you do this to me? Why would you use me in this incredible way, God, when I'm not worthy? It just makes us more and more thankful to look upon His faithfulness. Tonight, I'd like for you to turn in your Bibles to Psalm 13, one of my favorites. Very humbling text. Once again, it's something we've been talking about lately. I mentioned we're going through Acts and Jude, and I've said this several times, but this faith is not about coming to Jesus in order to get a better life. We all know that. What it means to follow Christ has nothing to do with getting a better life. And if you were with us this morning, we went over the stoning of Stephen from Acts 7. Not exactly a man living the American dream, I would not say. Health, wealth, prosperity. Stephen had none of that. He was murdered by having rocks thrown at him until he went to sleep, a.k.a. dead, had died. How terrible, how absolutely terrible, how much it pains me to know that much of the church is chasing the American dream rather than pursuing God, rather than pursuing sanctification, rather than pursuing holiness. And instead it is wrapped up in the American dream. It's just not who we're called to be. Nothing wrong with prosperity, nothing wrong with wealth, but when it becomes the object of our faith, something is wrong with the equation. So Psalm 13 is written by who? David, the man that is said to be after God's own heart. We know the important stories of David. I still remember preaching, I think it was a Sunday night, the story of David and Goliath. We love that. Got to see, what is that kind of truly teaching us? And it's not about just going out there and slaying giants. It's about finding refuge in God because He's the one who wins the battle, not us. And I love reading David's Psalms because they're so incredibly real. They're so incredibly human, written by the supernatural. And they give us this incredible insight to who David is and also to who humans are, and to us. So we know about David being young, how obviously God was preparing something in this man's life, something special that was going to happen to him early on, and then the battle of Goliath, we went through that, and we saw that the Lord was constantly with David. And it was always God who was the one who went before David, especially talking about going into battle as a king later in his life. David becomes a king, and when he battles, he always goes to God and says, what would you have me do? There were times where God, the Lord would lay it out perfectly. Go, attack, straightforward, do it now. And it would be victory. Then other times God would say, David, do this path instead. And there would be victory. Other times God would say, wait, do not engage. And every time it was God who led the way and directed David and directed Israel and directed their way. It was always that same routine. There's a long, lengthy history of David marching into battle, having to fight, having enemies, having loved ones, even family, plotting against him, being under the threat of death around every corner. And then you would see God always preparing a way. You would see a faithful God always. There's such beauty in David's faithfulness to God only because of God's faithfulness to David first. It was this faithfulness that God put on David, being always ever faithful to him, that caused David to have a faithful heart to go to God after him. Such a beautiful portrait. Unfortunately, as God continued to bless David, David began to consult God less. And then less. And before you know it, David was relying on his own wisdom. David was relying on his own power and began to take matters into his own hands and began to trust in his own power, and then more and more problems arose. And this Psalm 13, is a really good microcosm of the life of David. And we'll see as we go out to the rest of the text, as he became unfaithful at times, he would go on to reflect on that unfaithfulness, and then he would turn to what? Praise. He would see his own desires, his own wickedness, and go to God in praise because of how faithful God had been, to see God's goodness. David was once careless with the instruction for the Ark of the Covenant. The man lost his life over that instruction. He would then go on to lust, then go on to have an affair, then go on to have the man whose wife he had an affair with have him killed. And it's almost like you flip those pages and say, who is this David? The one who is to be said that is a man after God's own heart. But who is this guy now? What has happened to our David? You kind of get that impression as you learn and uncover more of what David had done. What happened to him? Unfortunately, we read that despite God's punishment against David, David would still continue to return to a heart of thankfulness, especially towards the end of his life. He would go on to ask for forgiveness, and then he would delight in God's goodness. How often is usually not the case. We become angry with God, and yet David said, I have messed up. And you have always been there, and you have always been faithful. Therefore, I am to praise you. I want us to read through Psalm 13. I want us to see the reality that David was facing. Something that I think each and every one of us will relate to perfectly. Psalm 13. How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long shall I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart all the day? And to conclude verse 2, how long will my enemy be exalted over me? There's the question. How long, O Lord? Will it be forever? David's kind of asking a further point of his original question. How long will it be? Is it going to be forever? That's his question. The David that is after God's own heart is wondering why. Why is it that I desire you and I need you, and yet it seems that you are far away? He goes so far as saying, it seems as if you would hidden your face from me. Why, God? How long is it going to be? I'm an outlaw, I'm a man in hiding. I'm fearful of those who are seeking to kill me. And yet he runs to the one person who knows is always there for him, the Lord. And still felt what? Alone. Where are you? I can't tell you how many times I've echoed those words. It's heartbreaking. It really is. It's difficult. It's hard. I am sure I am not alone in this room. As men and women who have also asked, where are you, God? About a month ago, I remember us talking about how we don't need to be people who wear masks when we come to church. I reassured you it is okay to not be okay. I want you to remember that. It is perfectly okay to not be okay, because none of us are. We're all broken people. And I think one of the, I don't know if we call it pride or guilt or what, but we will never admit to one another that we feel that God is far from us. And that's a pity. That's a true pity. Instead, we will put on makeup, and we will put on paint, and we will put on masks, and we will tell each other, our own brothers and sisters, everything's fine, It's all good. My walk is completely normal. It's fine. And yet on the inside, we're screaming out, crying to God, where are you? And it's time that we be real with one another and say, I have those same thoughts at times, where I ask God, where are you in the midst of all of this? Where we feel that God is distant. Many of us might even ask the question that David did, have you forgotten me, God? Have you forgotten me? Look at verse 2. How long shall I take counsel in my soul? What a terrible feeling this is. What a terrible feeling this is. How long will I continue to comfort myself, give myself advice, and it's God's guidance that I need instead? How much longer will it be that I continue to tell myself what to do when God is not telling me? Remember, it's okay to not be okay. As a church family, we should be able to celebrate the good, go through the highs, and also walk through the lows together. We should. Oftentimes we do not, but we should do these things. We never want to admit it, but we often feel this way. God, have you forgotten about us? God, have you forgotten about me? If you ask someone, have you ever felt that God was distant and maybe He wasn't listening to you? Have you ever felt that way? They say, no, never. There's two options. It's either because they're too afraid to admit it, or they think something's wrong with admitting it, or they don't know God. Every person who has experienced this salvation, this change of heart, this beautiful taste of grace and mercy, has felt this way at times. God, why are you so distant when I desperately, desperately need you? Why are you so far from me when I'm crying out to you? Having sorrow in my heart all the day. How long will my enemy be exalted over me? All the day literally means each day. Every day that passes is just full of sorrow, full of sadness. It just seems like it never ends. And as for David, he knows Saul's intentions. He knows he's in distress, he's in trouble. He knows the heart of Saul, and yet Saul is what? He's active, he's ruling, he's doing this thing. While David is the righteous, he's scared, he's fearful. He's the outlaw, he's the one in hiding. He's the righteous one. It shouldn't be this way, is what he tells himself. Now listen, we're not being pursued to be killed like David was. We're not facing that right now. I hope not anytime soon, but right now we don't know what that's like. But it's important to see what David meant here. It's important to see the heart of the issue right here. David saying, I'm trying to live for you, God. I'm trying to glorify you. I'm trying to live righteously as you called me to. I'm trying to be holy, for you are holy, and yet here I am in this mess. I'm trying to be the one that you called me to be, and yet I feel so alone, in sorrow, abandoned. Where are you? And all the while, my enemies, though they plot against me, those in pursuit to harm me, those who wish for me to die, they flourish. They're ruling, they're reigning. And you don't seem to do anything about it. If you allow them to, they're going to conquer. Why is it this way, God? Why is it this way? Every single one of us has experienced something like this to a degree. All of us. It's part of being a human and being Christian. Why do these things happen to me while I'm a Christian trying to glorify God, while the wicked and those who hate us flourish? If you don't admit to that, I'm sorry, but it's true. You know you have felt that, but we all. God, I'm trying to do the right stuff, and yet all these other people out in the world are doing this wicked, evil stuff. They seem to be doing great. Why is it that way? We'll come back to this train of thought. Look at verse 3. Consider and answer me, O Lord my God, and light my eyes, or I will sleep the sleep of death. My enemy will say, I have overcome thee, and my adversaries will rejoice when I am shaken. So David pleads for an answer. Please answer me, God. Desperate to see God's word and to see God's guidance. He said, enlighten my eyes, or I will die. In Hebrew, to enlighten my eyes, it's a euphemism. It means to give life. Breathe life to me, O God. Give me a new, refreshing life. David is a man who feels he's at the end of his rope. He's on the brink of disaster. He's close to the end, and what does he request? Life. Give me life, God. When you read the book of Job, Job is going through incredible tests. One thing we've got to have. Job is going through incredible tests, and he receives some poor wisdom and some poor advice from his friends, but one thing that's given to him is found in chapter 33. This is what he's told. This is what Job hears. Behold, God does this oftentimes with men, to bring back his soul from the pit, that he may be, quote, enlightened with the light of life, that he may be given a refreshing new life. And so God will allow this to go through man, that he may see a renewal in life. And it's true. God does allow these things to happen. God allows man to reach his ending point, his breaking point, in order that he may be given this refreshing new sense of life. What a beautiful thing it is when God grants us this refreshment, this type of personal revival in our hearts. What a beautiful thing it is to feel broken and to see and to know that refreshing spirit being laid upon us. What a lovely, lovely thing. He pleads with God, don't let them overtake me, for they will continue to gloat. They will hold this over me. Verse 4, my enemy will say, I have overcome him, and my adversaries will rejoice when I am shaken. It's a call for justice. Look what is happening to me, God. The justice needs to happen. Justice needs to be brought swiftly to my enemies. God intervene and don't allow evil to rejoice and to celebrate. God, I represent you. If they overcome me, they will seem to have victory over you. God, don't let this happen. A massive, bold call for justice. The same way that the enemies of God rejoiced when Christ was killed, when Stephen was killed this morning, when Paul was arrested, it's a fleeting celebration. It doesn't last. It's a celebration that is found to be vain, because in those situations, in those circumstances, their efforts were all for nothing. They crucified Christ, thinking this is the end, it's over, we got rid of him. No. He rose 3 days later. And then they would have to come to Stephen to see another portrait of Christ, preaching the good news of Christ. And then a man named Saul would be witness to it, and God would say, he's mine. Why are you persecuting me, Saul? And we know the life of Paul, what would happen to him. And all the while, these celebrations, these temporary celebrations would happen each time, and it's all for naught because God is still at work in history, in his people. Look at verse 5. But I have trusted in your loving kindness. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. Verse 6. I will sing to the Lord because he has dealt bountifully with me. To know that God has a plan even when we don't initially see it. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. To feel the distance and what is perceived distance, which is not really distance at all, but to feel as if we are abandoned, and then to know that God has a plan throughout all of this. Verses 5 and 6, you see the switch in David's tone, in David's writing, in David's words. First, he's describing his feelings, his emotion. He feels abandoned. He feels alone. He feels neglected. I remember saying this semi-recently on Sunday morning. It's not about how you feel. It's about what do you know. That is our faith. Our faith is not built on feelings. It is built on truth. Don't ask me when you come to church, how are you feeling today? Ask me, what do you know today? Do you know that you're saved? Do you know that you're loved? Do you know that God is in all things? He is working his way in all things? Do you know that he's with us? Because if you ask me those questions, I'm going to remember who my God is. If you ask me how I feel, I'm going to say, I feel rotten. I feel crummy today. My back hurts. My neck hurts. I don't feel good. Oftentimes I feel lonely. Those things will last. Ask me, what is it that I know? I know the God gospel. I know the truth of His Word. I know who He is. I know what He's done. I know the work of the cross, and I know the work of the empty tomb. It's a glorious, glorious faith. When you understand it's about what we know and not how we feel. Those moments where God does feel distant. The moments that we all share, even if we don't admit it, that I share as your pastor. That as a body of Christ, we share together. Those moments where you feel as if God is distant, take the time to reflect on His goodness. Take the time to reflect on His faithfulness. Why does it feel this way at times? Why does this happen? I'll tell you now, the problem is not God. The problem is us. I want you to consider for a moment, think of God's timetable. We are a people obsessed with these. I'll tell you the truth right now. The news used to be a great thing. You turn on the local news and you have to wait. See, I don't know what time it comes on. Is it 6? What time does the news come on? 4? 4, 5? It comes on as early as 4 now? Couldn't tell you that. Have no idea. Have no idea. And it used to be that you had to kind of wait for the news to come on the TV or get the newspaper the following morning to find out the news. Let's see. Right now. Associated Press. Right there. You can get alerts on your phone telling you breaking news when things happen. We're a society that's addicted to constant, instant gratification. I want what I want, and I want it now. That's why fast food flourishes in this country. Drive up, make an order, boom, it's gone. I mean, usually they mess up your order, but you still get food very quickly. But it's affected everything that we do. We're so ready for instant gratification. I didn't grow up in a generation where people used to court each other. It worked out. Katie said yes to me anyways. We're so impatient even with younger generations now. Ready to get married, do. Haven't done, bang, done. Everything that we do has got to be fast forward. I ask you the question, when you look at this, and you open it up and you go to the book of Genesis, and you flip through, and then you make it to 1 Samuel, and you make it to Ezra, and then the Psalms, and then Ezekiel, and then you make it to Obadiah, back up to Matthew, and John, more John, and Acts, and the epistles of Paul, and you get to Titus and Hebrews, and then you get to Jude, and then you get to Revelation. How many years are we talking about? Just a couple of years that God decided that He would complete His scriptures? No. A very, very lengthy period of time. His timetable is not our timetable. He allowed the world to go through all types of destruction and despair before the Son of God would even come onto the scene. Our God is a God of patience. Very loving. A love that we'll never understand or be able to fathom. Infinitely loving and gracious and kind, but He is a God of patience. And so when His will is done, it is done on His time and it is not done on ours. Usually when we say, God, God, where are you? He's screaming, right here. I never left you. I've never been away from you. The entire time I've been with you. How much time are you spending with me? God, where are you? Have you forgotten me? No, have you forgotten me? And typically we can find out the answer is usually yes. We have. The problem is not God's patience. The problem is our impatience. He's not in a hurry like we are. We're on His time. And every second we breathe is also borrowed time. It belongs to Him. Every second it ticks away. It's his, not ours. It belongs to him. Don't waste this life. Don't waste it. He's purchased it at a great, great cost. It is incredibly hard to go through the pain. It is incredibly hard to go through the waiting. It is incredibly hard to go through those times where it feels that God is so distant. But look at the end of the life of David. He still found himself with a heart of thankfulness. Is it all worth it to go through the ups and downs that he did to find himself kneeling before God saying, thank you? Absolutely. Absolutely. And then to see the lineage of David and to know there's a plan of God in action that's far greater than anything we could have come up with. God's got this whole life thing figured out pretty good. Knows exactly what he's doing with human history. When we go through those times and we go back into our prayer life and say, God, I know I feel this way, but God, I also know that I can go back and I can see how faithful you've been throughout my entire life. And I know you've got this time, and I know you have the future. And so my faith will not waver. That's a beautiful, beautiful sign. A beautiful portrait of following Christ. My emotions tell me you're distant. My Bible tells me you're near. And I'm going to go with what I know, not how I feel. And so at the end of this, and when it's all said and done, and when I come to the point where I say, I see what you were doing there during that time of waiting, give me a thankful heart, God. That's who we're to be during those times. Praying to God, asking, I know this is difficult for me. Just give me a thankful heart at the end. That I may see how you've been working through me and in me. I think this is good for us to remember personally, and I think it's also good for us to remember corporately, as a body of Christ, as a church. Personally, when we have these times, it's important for us to be a family. Why shouldn't we hide these things from one another? We shouldn't. We're called to bear each other's burdens, to be there for one another. And so when we walk through the doors and when we have times of worship together, when we mingle outside of these four walls, still the church. When we are loving each other outside of these four walls, serving one another outside these four walls, inside these four walls, we should be people who are able to say, I'm having a very difficult time, but I feel that God has forgotten me. And to have a brother or a sister come alongside you and say, I've been there before, and I know what it's going to feel like afterward, but I'll walk you through it now. I'll be there the entire time. I won't leave you. God will certainly not leave you. And we'll get through it together. And I'll be praying all along the way. That's a special, special moment. It's a special portrait of the church, a beautiful picture, I believe. We should not be people who hide these things. We should be people who experience them together and walk through it. And then also corporately, I think Psalm 13 is good for us to reflect on here at Orrville Baptist Church. I told you from week one here, from the very first time I got up here, I mentioned to you, I am extremely transparent. It's probably a fault, I'll be honest. There's probably times I'm too transparent. Whether that's good or bad, you can judge, but I want to be transparent, and I like being transparent. There's no reason we should not be incredibly realistic with one another. I don't really plan on doing this now, but I think it's appropriate for Psalm 13. This morning, the deacons handed out a proposed budget, and I'll tell you, the budget hurts. Greatly hurts. If you read it and did not hurt, something's wrong. It should be painful. It should hurt. If there's no level of pain at all, then something's going on. I think that right now we're a frustrated body. I think right now we're a frustrated people. I think that we're a people who are seeking after what God wants and asking, well, why is it happening? God, we want to live for you. We want to do what we think is honorable and righteous, but why are you not moving with this? I've fielded comments from frustrated members. I've been told, I'm frustrated with growth not happening. We haven't had baptism. We're not seeing these things happen. I've heard. And it's so easy for us to just pretend that we're just fine. But people are wondering, why isn't God at work in us? Why doesn't He appear to be at work? And I'm here to remind you that God is still at work. And God is still at work here at Orrville Baptist Church in a major and mighty way. I have gone through the history of Orrville Baptist Church. I have seen the countless members who have walked in and out of those doors, into Hayes and into the office and into the flat top. It took me weeks to figure out what the flat top was. I talked to the haircut. I had no idea. And I realized, oh, it's a building. Years and years of people coming and going, some of which are no longer with us. People who have gone before us, those who have built this foundation, or more appropriately, I should say, people that God used to build His foundation for, all founded on the rock of Christ. People that God has used in a great and mighty way. And I look back and I see God's faithfulness in Orrville. I look, of course, the history here of the church, and I see mighty movements of what God has done and will continue to do. It's a special thing knowing that there are better days ahead. A blessing knowing that there are better days ahead. We are not finished here at Orrville because God's not finished here at Orrville. I truly believe that with all of my being. And it's easy to get that sheet and see that budget and say we're in crisis mode and we're hurting and get down. And I believe that one day we will look back as David has done. And I think we will find ourselves thankful. Going to God in prayer and saying, you never left us, you've always been using us. I think that's what our future holds. The question is, what's going to happen in the meantime? That's the big question. In the time when we say, God, where are you? What will happen then? What happens in the meantime? Do we give in and give up, or do we sing to the Lord because He has abundantly blessed us? I choose to sing. I choose to praise. I choose to reflect. As said countless times, at least, we have journeyed through Acts. God is not finished. Christ is not finished. He is still at work. The Spirit is still at work. He's still at work here. Whether you feel abandoned personally in your walk and your faith with Christ, or do you feel that way on a personal level, or maybe even corporately, I want you to go back and read Psalm 13. I want you to remember Psalm 13. Read what it was that David was going through. Read the assurance of salvation that David found this joyous delight in. And read of the expectation that God is on the brink of giving life. Our prayer is that we would also be people who are expectant of this refreshing. Saying, God, give us enlightened eyes, not that we may fill our minds up to the brim with knowledge, although we do want wisdom. Enlightened eyes meaning, God, give us life daily. That we may be used for you in the most sacrificial way, any way that you ask. That you may receive the ultimate glory from us lowly nobodies. God, use us in a great way. Now, I say it every single Sunday. Father, bless us that we can be a blessing to others. Let that be our heart. Each and every time we feel distant, we go to Psalm 13. We look forward to the day. Expectantly, we look forward to the day when we'll look back and say, God, you just showed off. You've been showing off the entire time. Thank you for never leaving us. And continue to use us